and welcome to the Great Sports Show. This is our third episode, and I'm your host, Sussan Mokotedi. Today, I bring to you a cricket athlete, Shameelah Mosweu. Welcome once more to this Great Sports Show, a sports show powered by athletes. Let us now get to meet our guest. Hi, Shameelah.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Cricket athlete. Right. Who is Shameelah? Tell us about yourself, please.
Shameelah Mosweu. I'm 25 years old. I was born and brought up in Gaborone. My home village is Ratisile. Shameelah's been playing sports pretty much all her life. She's a social butterfly. Loves to help people where she can, and just pretty much takes it day by day, you know.
Right.
Easy going.
No, I think I relate to a lot of your personality, because that's similar to how I am also. I think that's just a personality to different types of sportswomen. I think it's just it's like that. So tell us about growing up.
Growing up, I was pretty much like a tomboy. I grew up with a lot of male childhood friends. Yeah, being like the only girl in the group. So I think that also influenced me into like playing a lot of more sports. I went to Thornhill Primary School, and that's where like my sporting career actually got discovered, if I could say that. And then Standard 7, that's where my sporting like actually got more intensified. Then I went on to go to Lahai Academy, where I continued to play sports. If anything, I was more interested in sports than academics. But like towards my Form 3, Form 5, that's where I became more serious with my academics. And then I ended up getting the BNSC Elite Sports Scholarship, which I've been working for towards 10 years.
Wow, so hard work.
And yeah, it finally paid off. It's like I've been dreaming about a scholarship since I was in primary school. And then they offered me the scholarship, and then I moved to the UK for 4 years, where I studied sports studies at Solent University in Southampton.
Wow.
And I've graduated, and now I'm back.
And here you go. Always good to have you back home, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hearing so many stories about you growing up and international recognition and so forth. I'm pretty sure there's some sort of a brief family background that you have. Tell us about your family history. Is this you beginning your generation, or it has somehow happened before in the past?
No, it's actually happened in the past. Family on both sides do play sports. My dad is the cricket player in the family. My younger brother, he also plays cricket as well.
Wow.
He's actually in Australia on the same elite scholarship I was on. My mom played tennis and netball, and she was like a ballroom dancer as well, so that's where I get the artistic side of things. And my uncle also, he was in the athletics association. I've got a cousin that's in the volleyball national setup, so I think sports is just very traditional in our family. So yeah.
I think that goes on to my next question, that the fact that sport is traditional in your family, would you say that it is out of passion, or just growing up this way ended up pours out onto you and you just continue with the tradition, or it's really passion that you grew up into and it grew in you also?
I think it's a bit of both. It grew into me, but for me, it's just I love sports. It's unbelievable. I don't think I can live without sports. It's that bad. If I'm not playing, then I'm watching something that's sports related. So yeah, for me, it's it's a passion. It's not something that I was born into, that now I'm forced to do it. That's one thing that my parents allowed us kids to do, is they let us play whatever we wanted. And they kind of made sure we did play a lot of sports in schools, and it's worked out both well for my brother and myself. And then as we grew up, we decided, okay, on our own, this is what we wanted to focus more on.
Right.
And it just so happened that I chose cricket. So I think my dad is quite happy.
Very proud of you. So when did you start playing for the national team? I'm pretty sure you had to start with under 21 and so forth, from high school. When did you start playing for the national team?
I started playing for the national team when I was 16. Yeah, wow. That's when I became vice captain for the senior women's, actually. We had started up then. And then when I was 17, then I became the under 19 women's captain. And that's when
at 17.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like our squad is quite young. Like I'm actually the oldest in the squad.
Yeah.
So that's where our journey started. So like I became the first like international under 19 captain, and then the same squad that has been with me since under 19, we've now progressed and are the senior women's team.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your squad has also had international recognition also.
Yeah, like especially during our under 19 stage, like that's where like our first tour was to Tanzania, and nobody knew about us. They didn't know what we could do. And we were like, no, that works perfectly for us because we were a strong team, and we still are a strong team, and we took everybody by surprise. So yeah, the girls, like they've also come a really long way. We've been playing together for 10 years now.
Wow.
So
that is more like a sisterhood, more like a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So what are your challenges that you've encountered from the time you actually been in the national team? Like what you're saying, you didn't have any recognition, nobody knew who you were, and so forth. And being the youngest, also now you being the oldest, being with the younger people in the team, what were the challenges you faced?
To be fair, like when I was younger, I didn't really face a lot of challenges because I really just focused on playing and doing well and making sure my team was where they needed to be. The challenge was when I moved to England. Like I had to obviously give over my captaincy because there's no way I'm captaining from England.
Yeah.
Like so I handed it over to Laura, who's our current captain now. And I think the difficult part for me was learning to transition from captain to just being a player, and now being the one that's advising the captain at a young age as well. So I was just like, okay, that's something that I need to learn. It was also finding the balance between school, sports, and my social life, because at some point, like, sports does take over your life. Like, you have to be really determined, you have to be dedicated, and then you have to find the right friend group who knows that they will support you through that, and okay, this is what she's doing. It's not because she doesn't want to hang out with us. It's because she's got goals that she wants to achieve. So you have to find the right friend group that will support you, and I found that, thankfully.
That is true.
Yeah. Other than that, like I haven't really experienced intense barriers. It's things that like you can overcome very easily. Yeah.
I think for anybody who's watching might wonder why or how rather did you get the Eli sponsorship? Because I think that's been a challenge to everybody who wants to do sports. Like to them, I think it comes up as a challenge, like getting the sponsorship, securing that and going to England to study. Was that not a challenge for you?
To be fair, I didn't even know this program was going on. It was only the time where during our under 19 stage, we were hosting a lot of like 8 nations, 4 nations tournaments, and BNSC representatives would come for the closing ceremony, and one of them came up to me and said, we've been following your team and your name in media and stuff for the past 4 years. Wow. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't realize like it was that intense. And he's told me that I should apply for an elite scholarship, and he thought because of my achievements in sports that I could stand a chance. So I was like, okay, go for it. They gave me a problem at one point, because I actually had to defer my year because of various delays. But yeah, I think like if anybody is interested in it, they should, because it is an amazing opportunity. Like to be able to go abroad to get better training, and then also to study whatever course you want, because they are like they leave that open to you. Just make sure like you're studying and playing your sports. That's really the only requirements. So yeah, I think like people should
really go for it.
Yeah,
that's true. I think they're also listening and take a note of that. So speaking of the bad side, not the bad side per se, but the challenge side of everything, what has been the good side?
Good side is getting to meet new people, playing against the greatest names ever in women's cricket. Like it's like I'm still here now thinking about it, even though it happened like 2-3 years ago. Like I'm still mesmerized at the fact that cricket has given me this opportunity, getting better education, like something that I had been dreaming of and working 10 years for. And also just seeing other places of the world that if I wasn't playing sports, I probably wouldn't go see.
That is true.
So it was also just an eye-opener to see how different people live, and also it makes you just appreciate what we have here, because other countries don't.
That is true, yeah.
So it was a really eye-opener.
And I think above everything is the fact that you're making international links, also making friends there and there once you play. And I think that everybody needs those type of connections in sports. I think it's like one of the bigger things of being a sports player. So let us move on to the situation of things in the world today. We find ourselves in a COVID-19 pandemic, and we all know that it has affected different types of various things in our lives, from sports to entertainment to any economical activity. So in the times of COVID, how did you manage to still keep fit, to still go for training, if at all you still had training, bearing in mind that we had issues like lockdowns and restrictions and so forth. So how was the COVID phase for you, and what impact did it have on your sporting career?
So when COVID actually started, I was doing my last year in uni in the UK. And it was during our UK summer, which is our cricket season. So obviously it was a bit of a bummer to think this is my last summer here and I'm not going to get a chance to play my last few games. At first I was like a bit upset about it, but like our club team made it work in the sense that we did like a quarantine cup. So all these activities were done online. Like we had like a virtual team draw to see what team you're in. We had parents involved. Like each team had like 2 parents, 3 seniors, a few of the under 16 girls, and then some of the under 9 girls. So it was a whole blend of like different people in the club. And we had various activities in the week. So physical stuff, and you had to like record it and then show, okay, you've actually done it. You get points at the end of the week. Then you see which team is on top of the table. So that helps me a lot during COVID. And then we were told, okay, we're allowed to go outside. So you just be like playing little tip and run, like little garden games in the park, and that also kept me fit. Then I came here, and then it was like no sports was allowed at all, and I was like, oh my god, we're going back to square one. And I knew we had like an important tournament this year, so I was a bit nervous because I also didn't know what our teammates were up to, like are they keeping fit like at home and stuff like that. And then I also like had a problem with my like leg, so, and I'm still like suffering from it here and there. So, and I was just like, I can't even go see physio because like it was bad. But now it's getting better, like especially with cricket, because it's a low risk sport in the COVID protocols and stuff. So I'm very happy that like we can play, and we've had a successful tournament which we hosted. And now our men are in Rwanda playing at the moment. So it's getting better. It's just now getting used to, we have COVID protocols in place.
So adjusting to the whole situation of things here. Right. So what would you say is the best matches that you've ever played in your whole entire year of playing cricket? Do you have that one year where you're like, this year I got many medals here, or this is the year that really I felt like a sportswoman?
Oh, there's a few.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like different stages in my life. So like the first one I'll say was Swaziland, playing against Swaziland, and I scored 100 runs on my own. And I became the first person in Botswana, like female player in Botswana, to score 100. So that's like a big milestone for me. Second one, I just played really well. Like in one of my games, like when I was in the UK, like I don't think I've fielded like that in my life. It's a shame I can't remember who we were playing against, but and then in Australia, I just like, it was a good memory because I don't know if you saw.
We did.
My visa got rejected because they thought I was a flight risk. I didn't even know what a flight risk was. But anyways, because of like the Australian public, they fought it for me, and then it got overturned, and I was literally there for 3 days. But just that experience was just mind-blowing. So that's something like a best moment for me, just making it there and having supportive people. Like that's reassuring for me that actually people see you as a potential rising star. Now you just have to like go all out now. Yeah,
that is true. So what keeps you going? How did you manage to, keep on wanting to achieve more, to do more, to keep on trying more? Like, what kept you going and what still keeps you going at the moment?
For me, it's the fact that I didn't really have a one set role model growing up, especially as a young female cricket player. Like they don't show much of female cricket on TV here, so I didn't have anyone to actually look up to that was female. So for me, it's like, okay, I'm the one that's going to be setting that standard now. I want to be that one person that a child who has no clue what cricket is sees it and says, "Oh, okay, I see her playing. I want to be like her." I also want to leave back a legacy behind. I don't want to just be playing and be like, "Okay, yeah, I've got all my achievements, but when I'm gone, how are people going to remember me?"
That is true.
So that's something that I'm really focusing on at this stage in my life is, okay, what am I doing in the community to make it better? Because the community has done so much for me, and without them I wouldn't be where I am today. So this is my chance to like give back, and I want people to remember me for something that has either inspired them, has motivated them, it's changed their life for the better. So yeah, those are those little things that keep me going. Yeah.
So who would you say really played a big role in your life, support system wise?
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah. Like, it's crazy because I can't actually say one specific person, because so many people played different parts, different roles in my life. So like obviously my parents, like, shoulder to cry on, just keep me going. Like also financial support.
I was gonna say that.
Financial support, yeah. Although I didn't really try to ask much for it. Like I tried my best not to.
Yeah.
But yeah. Friends, they were always my venting source. Coaches, like always pushing me to, like, they know they can push me to my limits and past my limits. So I just always trusted my coaches with what they did with me. So schoolmates, lecturers, everyone, like, you need a brain to.
That is true. Yeah.
And I had to really use my brain.
And so I think without them, they must be.
Yeah, I thought I was going to drop out of uni at one point because I was just like, I don't think I can handle this. But then they just kept me going, and now I've graduated. So not bad.
That's true. So what do you currently do at the moment?
Currently I'm working part-time at the Botswana Cricket Association, and there's two other people I work part-time with, and we help our development officer manager, that role. So we help him out, and also training at the same time.
So what does the future hold for you? Like, what do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Because you already have this much something in 5 years. What would you have?
I'll keep it as a surprise. I don't want to jinx anything.
Right, no, that is very true. That is very true.
Keep you surprised.
Sure. I wish you all the best. Hey?
Thank you so much.
Right, let us now get to these things here. I'm pretty sure people have been wondering, like, what is just behind. Can you please just take us through every single bit of them?
So, there's not all of them are here because I just don't know where to put them. So these ones are from like high school. There's more over the years. So it's just like awards for playing rugby, softball. This is also a softball one. There's some swimming ones. So usually like at like sports awards, you get the top 3 nominees, and each top 3 gets a medal, like gold, silver, bronze.
So this is when you're still discovering all the different sporting codes before you went to cricket.
I played a lot of. I just played whatever I could. To be honest. And then over here are various player of the match awards. So this one was from 2012. This one 2012 in Uganda. This one is 2014 in Tanzania. 2013 in Tanzania. This one is the Four Nations. There's no year on this one. Yeah, but this one's against Namibia. Oh yeah, there's a great rivalry between Botswana and Namibia.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. This one again, here the match Mozambique, and this one is player of the match in 2013. I think that one was a local tournament. Yeah. So those are like personal ones, and then oh yeah, this one's another personal one. It's like an all-rounder trophy medal.
So from school?
No, this national team.
Okay, national team.
Yeah,
right.
this was in Namibia.
Oh, okay.
And then these are all like the runners-up. But all runners-up medals I've received being captain. So I say I had a curse because I only won one champion's medal as being captain, and all the rest were runners-up.
Oh.
So I don't know, I just had this curse. Yeah.
But it still amounts to something. I mean,
Yeah,
here it
I
is.
mean, and not a bad achievement as being captain. So yeah, and then there's some more player of the match awards. The back one is a battle of the tournament, like the back two, like a stunner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these two. Oh, this is player of the tournament one. I think it's this one. Yeah. No, that's not. Yeah, there's one more somewhere here where there's a batsman of. Yeah. So these two, I got like that. This is the player of the tournament, and then this one was batsman of the tournament. Yeah. So crazy.
This is
Yeah.
Wow, these are a lot of trophies. How many do you have? Do you even keep count or record, or it's just you can't keep counting because it's just a lot?
Yeah, I actually I just put it and then like I forget about it and then I focus on like the next thing.
That's a great spot for
Yeah. I think like the hardest part is, okay, you've achieved all of this, now you have to like keep going.
Yeah.
And I feel like the hardest part is like you were at the top, now you have to like stay there.
True. Yeah.
So yeah, at least I haven't had like a crazy downfall.
That is good.
Yeah.
Just keep it like that. So how many countries have you been to?
For sports only, South Africa, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Uganda, Tanzania, England and Australia. So 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
At different times, obviously.
Yeah, different times, yeah.
Wow.
Hopefully next year there'll be the 8 different ones. So I hope.
Yeah.
Pray to God, yeah.
So out of all of these medals and trophies, which one would you say is the most closest to your heart?
I would say it's this one. This one.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is also another award, Player of the Match award.
Was this in England?
Yeah, this was in England. Like this was actually like the stump that we used during the game.
Yeah.
I also play for a global team. It's called Fairbreak, and it's founded by an Australian man. This organization actually promotes gender equality in sports and everyday life. So I got invited to play for them. So it's a team made up of girls everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
There's some legends that play in it as well, like professional women playing. And one of the games I got selected as player of the match, and I was just like, oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is something that you've taken from
England and brought it with me.
Wow. So this is prestigious.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I feel like this was like
And dated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wow.
This is their logo as well, Fairbreak logo. You should check them out on Instagram.
Definitely.
They're quite big.
Yeah. Right. So do you see yourself now taking sports as a career internationally wise, like moving from the country and just going to settle there in a few years?
Well, I've always like thought about taking it as like a career. At first I thought like, okay, I want to do it like full-time professional. But I think my mind kind of shifted a bit because I can't. There's certain things that I do want to achieve outside of like me playing, and I don't think I can do that when I'm a full-time player. So at the moment I'm just working towards maybe getting a semi-contract, semi-professional contract. So just that's my next goal to achieve. Hopefully I get it soon. Yeah.
Do you know the numbers of gold medals that you've had? Like a particular number of how many golds or silvers? No, that's just too much.
No, I actually haven't sat down and
counted.
Yeah.
So how was your experience being abroad? Like, would you recommend that to anybody else? Not just spotting code-wise, but just going to study abroad and just seeing the whole nature, different nation, different culture. Would you recommend staying abroad or studying abroad?
Yeah, I fully recommend it because I like in Botswana, like when we're at home, we're so comfortable, and sometimes we hesitate to push ourselves outside our comfort zone. Whereas when you move abroad, you are forced to do that. Like you have to support yourself. You have to get yourself to do things. You really have to be disciplined in order to like stay on track, because you can easily get sidetracked into the social life of it. Because obviously over here there's not much going on in that sense, and you can get swallowed up by it abroad. So it like really teaches you to be focused, dedicated, like time management, also financial management. And it also gets you to meet new people, which I I cannot preach this more enough. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, just make as many contacts as you can within what you do, because they will help you one day, and that's what helped me.
That's true.
And I don't want any person to be deprived of that opportunity, so I would be like, yo, you should go meet people within your field, because you never know, you could end up getting like some crazy contract from it.
Yeah, that is true. Just
because you went and said hello. So
yeah, that is true.
It just teaches you a lot of things, and then you carry it through your entire life. So yeah, I feel like I've grown a lot in the 4 years I was away, and I mean, I can't thank BNSC and DTF and the Ministry of Sports and Health,
and God, obviously,
and my parents, just everyone that helped me, because obviously it was my dream as a little girl, and it happened. It's also just taught me dream big.
Don't limit yourself.
Yeah, don't limit yourself, because anything can happen. Sometimes you might think it's not going to happen, but that's when you have to keep pushing through even more.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Do you have a favorite quote you live by, or one song that really speaks to your heart that you really love, that you maybe listen to before you get onto the pitch or something?
No, I see with the song one, it keeps changing each tournament. I make it tournament specific.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah. But no, I just always tell myself, you've got this. Remember who you are, where you came from. Remember the good that you did, and also remember people look up to you. So don't disappoint them.
Right.
Those are the things that keep me going, at least. Yeah.
And just to wrap up the show, what would you say as your advice to the younger people that are willing to take cricket as a career, specifically the ladies and the young teenagers that are growing up as we speak, or people even older than you? What is your advice to them?
I would say, if you are willing or wanting or interested to join women's cricket, feel free to come join us. We have our Facebook page, message there. Don't be shy to try anything new, whatever it is. Also, I would say to people, please take care of yourselves. Tomorrow is never guaranteed.
That is true.
Live life the most, just take it day by day. Focus on the now instead of the future, because we don't know what's gonna happen. And just have fun. Make the most of every second that you have.
And opportunities as they come.
Yeah, opportunities, grab them with both hands and run. And also make sure, if you have people that are falling behind you, take the opportunity. go through the door, but don't close the door behind you. Like leave it open so the next can walk through as well.
That is very wise.
Yeah.
So give us your social media pages that we can follow you there, or maybe people who wish to see more about you or get to really know your background and maybe your matches and maybe YouTube or anything on social media that you want us to follow you on or recognize you on.
Okay, so I'm more active on Instagram at the moment, although like I don't post much, but like I'm getting better.
Yeah.
So my Instagram handle is Shamy, like SHAMY, all small letters, _ Lara. Yeah.
And Facebook, you're not active?
Yeah, no, Facebook. No.
No. Yeah, for personal internet recognition, definitely.
I mean, like, Facebook is just, I don't know. I need to actually go through and clear my Facebook out because some things are just, some people, like, I've got so many friends I don't even know, so I need to, like, filter it out.
And then your page whereby people can just talk to you guys on, what's the page?
Of the cricket page? Yeah, it's Botswana Cricket Association. If you just type that in, you'll see it there. It's got, like, this logo on it as the profile picture. So yeah,
right.
Just drop us a message if you ever want to join.
And a like to the page.
I like it. It's a lot more active now. So yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Shameelah.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was your show, The Great Sports Show, a sports show powered by athletes. I was your host, Sussan Mokotedi. I'll see you next time.